their little patience overcoming big battles. And in the spirit of Christmas, we're celebrating their big miracles. Join News 12's Richard Rogers and Laura Warren as they share inspiring stories on a special edition of News 12 Midday.
And a very Merry Christmas to you and your family. We're happy to bring you a special edition of News 12 on this Christmas Day. I'm Richard Rogers.
And I'm Laura Warren. Thanks so much for joining us. Today we are sharing miracle stories and taking you inside your children's hospital, the Children's Hospital of Georgia, right here in Augusta.
And our first story started out with what was supposed to be a very normal delivery, but when a family's baby girl was born, she was seriously ill. So much so, her father had to make a heartbreaking decision to leave his wife behind in Macon and follow his infant daughter here to Augusta. She weighed 4 pounds 11 ounces when Katie Phillips arrived at the Children's Hospital of Georgia. The doctors were brutally honest.
You basically have the sickest child in Augusta, Georgia right now, and that's not a title you want.
A stunning description coming from a place that's seen so many sick kids. It was a birthday this dad will never forget.
I was thinking it was going to be loud and elaborate, and I was going to get to see the child and all that, and that didn't happen at all.
It was a very eventful day, so none of it that we were prepared for at all, none.
Back at their hospital near Macon, Katie's birth was way too quiet. There was no crying.
I really don't remember a lot. Greg was there, and I saw the nurses run by with her, and that's really all I remember. And I remember going back to the recovery room, but I knew something was wrong.
And I was, what's going on? So they said, listen, she's sick. It ain't looking good. We got to get her out here. We can't handle her.
It was pulmonary hypertension. Her lungs were enlarged and not filling her blood with oxygen. Her overworking heart was enlarged too, and so was her liver. Katie's life was hanging in the balance, and her father, Greg, needed to be in 2 places, with his wife, Michelle, and with his brand new baby girl.
I'm sorry.
He still gets emotional thinking about it.
I had to figure out whether to leave her or come with Katie.
It's a memory that brings tears to both their eyes. But our children's hospital had something most other hospitals don't. An ECMO machine that would take Katie's blood out of her body, process it, and return it to her. Something her own organs could not do. And remember, she was tiny.
She literally fit in the palm of my hand.
14 months later, and you can see the difference. They're hoping Katie will eventually outgrow all this. Laughter is good medicine too, something this family could only pray for.
It's been an experience. I mean, the good Lord has blessed us with a little miracle, and thank goodness for the doctors to keep her going.
And you know what? They say without the Children's Hospital of Georgia, Katie would not be alive today.
And trying to make that decision, do you leave your wife? Do you leave your daughter?
All on what's supposed to be the happiest day of your life.
No, you never think it's going to happen like that, and sometimes it does. But as you can see from that story, Katie looking so much healthier these days. She's come a long way.
Yeah, but those 2.5-hour trips one way to our Children's Hospital in Augusta will be part of their lives for a while longer until Katie's body takes over and does what the transfusions are doing for her right now.
And earlier this month, you helped kids like Katie by raising more than $200,000 for the Children's Hospital of Georgia. Our friends over at iHeartMedia held their annual Cares for Kids Radiothon. Minnesota Fat, Cher Best, Cliff Bennett, all of your favorite DJs over at iHeartMedia spent the first Thursday, Friday, and part of Saturday in December sharing these miracle stories. Richard and I even stopped by, had a little on-air chat, remembering some of our favorite miracle memories, and when all of those donations were tallied, the grand total was $204,469.71.
We are just getting started here on Celebrating Miracles Christmas Day Special. Coming up, we check in with kid reporter Henry Stevens.
Henry has a new friend this year he can't wait for you to meet. We'll show you how this friend helps spread smiles all over the Children's Hospital of Georgia.
When you're spending time in the hospital, it can be hard to smile, hard to be positive.
But at the Children's Hospital of Georgia, the doctors, the nurses, the staff over there do an incredible job of making it all about the kids. They bring fun into that hospital anytime they can. So much so that this year they hired a chief fun officer.
Good.
Doesn't
Perfect.
sound like a bad gig, does it? His name is Rory, and we sent kid reporter Henry Stevens to see how he's helping all the hospital's patients.
Hi everyone, I'm here at the Children's Hospital Children's Hospital of Georgia. So we're bringing a little bit of the school spirit from our university, GRU, into the Children's Hospital, trying to make kids smile and provide a little bit of a distraction for them.
A mascot is always a good way to keep someone happy. Hi, Paul, Rory. How long has Rory been here?
Rory has only been here about a month.
Oh, so he's still new to his habitat.
Yes, absolutely. He's new to the Children's Hospital, but he's fitting in really well, and we really enjoy having him as part of our team.
So what are some of his favorite things to do around the hospital?
One of his favorite things here at the Children's Hospital is our indoor playground, which we're in right now on the 4th floor of the hospital. He loves to come here and play and find lots of kids to play with. He also likes to hang out in the lobby and greet our families as they come in. We found him quite a few times playing in the elevators. He likes to do that. But his favorite thing to do is to visit our patients and to make some room visits. He just loves being around kids, so
Rory's job is to basically make kids happy, make them smile, and take the attention off of all the procedures going on.
absolutely. Just distracting, sometimes if the kids are scared or they have the anxiety coming into the hospital, Rory puts a smile on their face and provides that distraction for them.
We'll keep doing that, Rory.
So much fun anytime Rory is around. And Rory was just introduced as the mascot of the Children's Hospital of Georgia in June. Yeah. So a recent addition.
And in case you want to know family lineage here, he is the younger brother of Augustus, the new mascot at Augusta University. And thanks to Henry for his help with that great story. She is 7 years old, but doctors at the Children's Hospital of Georgia did not expect Avery Stoll to survive 7 minutes.
Coming up on our Celebrating Miracles special, we'll introduce you to a girl with an infectious smile who loves giving makeovers.
You might drive by it every day, but there might come a day when your family needs the Children's Hospital of Georgia.
And we always hope that that day never does come for you, but if it does, a Columbia County family says you will be glad it's there. They tell News 12's Meredith Anderson their daughter wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
She's an amazing kid.
Avery Stoll wasn't even expected to live 7 minutes. She's now 7 years old.
This is a child that was supposed to never do anything. Look, she's standing up without any braces on her feet.
Doctors also said she'd never speak.
Ding, ding.
Oh, I can't sing.
And the girl who would probably never hear loves music.
Do Lady A.
Do Lady A?
So let your heart, sweetheart, be your compass when you're lost, and you should follow it wherever it may go. When it's all said and done, you can walk instead of run, 'cause no matter what, you'll never be alone, never be alone.
What do you sing? No, you're shy. Shy, but brave. Mom says her little girl has been through 24 big surgeries.
We've just been through a lot, haven't we?
It all started before Avery was even born. At 20 weeks, Renee and Greg Stoll learned the ventricles in her brain were enlarged, and their baby girl had a hole in her heart.
Her kidneys were enlarged, and there was what they thought was no cerebellum. And without that, you can't live. You can't suck, swallow, breathe, anything.
At 35 weeks, they got another diagnosis. Spina bifida, a birth defect where the backbone and spinal canal do not close before birth. She was also born with a cleft palate, clubbed feet, problems with her hips, and she has a catheter.
I had to become a stay-at-home mother because she required my care. Every 3 hours I had to cath her. We were in and out of the hospital so much.
Avery has seizures and has been in a cast like this multiple times.
It's like just imagine carrying a 20-pound frog turned upside down.
Yeah.
Everything is a challenge. Avery's sister, Camry Williams, admits it hasn't been easy for anyone.
They ask about her, and they've been my friends for years, but nobody really understands until you live here and live with her and you go through it all.
Yep.
You don't understand.
But she says Avery has made her a better person and a better sister. Avery has made her whole family better.
So let your heart, sweetheart, be your compass when you're lost, and you should follow it wherever it may go. When it's all said and done, you can walk instead of run, 'cause no matter what, you'll never be alone, never be alone.
Pink is good. Avery is one of those kids who leaves a mark on you.
What's that?
in more ways than one.
Look that.
She's known for her makeovers, and it's easy to see why.
That's a color.
This child, who defies the odds just by being alive, isn't just living. She's creating.
My turn that.
Your turn. She's also inspiring others to create, and maybe to color outside the lines from time to time. Joy like hers never goes out of style.
Avery, throw me the snow. Throw some to Mommy.
There is no telling how many more surgeries Avery will need as she gets older, so they're doing what they've always done, and that's taking things one day at a time.
And have you ever met a kid with a better attitude about everything? She's always smiling. Right now, Avery sees 17 doctors at the Children's Hospital of Georgia. We're not 100% sure how many of those doctors have been treated to a makeover, but knowing Avery, I'm willing to bet a pretty good number.
The lucky ones have anyway. So we just met Avery Stoll. Coming up, we'll introduce you to Avery Herring.
And you cannot help but fall in love with this little girl. She's a 5-year-old. She loves to talk, but her parents started noticing something was wrong when she would run out of breath trying to talk, what doctors found during a trip to the hospital.
Any parent can tell you once a child starts talking, they never stop. But it can be a blessing just to have a routine conversation with your son or daughter.
And that statement is especially true for Avery Herring. She is never short on words. So when she started having some problems breathing and even getting enough breath to talk, her parents knew something wasn't right. And as the Herring family will tell you, they're not sure Avery would be here today without the Children's Hospital of Georgia.
Hey. I got one fish.
Avery Herring is 5 years old.
I got you, fishy.
And her excitement for life is contagious.
I'll tell you what my favorite princess dolls are.
Yeah, tell me all about them.
Ariel,
Why do you like Ariel?
because that's my favorite princess.
Well, why didn't we think of that? But you've got to think fast and move fast to keep up with Avery.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
That sweet voice is music to her parents' ears because just months ago they feared they may never hear it again.
They took some x-rays of her and basically just called it a whiteout. So basically she had we call it bilateral pneumonia. She had gotten the pneumonia on top of the flu as well.
I didn't feel very good.
I couldn't grasp the severity of the situation until I got up to the PICU there and to the Children's Hospital and saw and was told that they were about to intubate her.
One thing led to another in the hospital, and every day seemed to suck the light from little Avery's eyes.
The biggest fear, of course, is that she wouldn't make it. Because it was the roller coaster ride, and things just seemed to continuously get worse.
And for a tough dad whose day job as a deputy is to help people, it's a tough place to be.
It's just your child, and you want to be able to fix it, because if you're used to, you can fix things, and that was something we couldn't fix.
And when it comes to his only daughter, it's clear nothing matters more. We asked Avery how much she loves her daddy.
This much.
What do we say?
Like this much.
What do we say about how much we love each other? As big
as the whole world.
They had to put their whole world into the hands of doctors at the Children's Hospital of Georgia.
And we were at the best place that we could be in. The hospital itself and all the staff, they were just outstanding.
And even though Avery endured a coma, chest tubes, a ventilator, and 2 blood transfusions, she has much different memories about this special place.
Well, at the hospital, I can play games too. Building blocks.
Some of the nurses, they just went above and beyond, to help.
She painted my toenails.
They just kind of took us in. It seemed like they treated us as like family. Had it been another place, another hospital, would they have recognized? Would have they, be able to, have treated her, and known the way to treat her? That just meant the world to us.
Give me 5.
Good job, baby. I did it! I did it! That was amazing. I did it.
I think that goes next.
I mean, don't you just love Avery?
What a sweetie.
Every time I see her, I fall more in love with this sweet little girl. She had a checkup in August. It was good news. Doctors say the results are really reassuring. She's on some medication to help with the inflammation still in her lungs, but her parents told me she's really back to her old self, doesn't really seem to have any problems with breathing. They're just monitoring it day by day.
Yeah, great progress report there. A real improvement from just a short time ago.
And she was booked in the hospital, if you can believe it, last year on Christmas Day. So not a great Christmas last year. We're hoping she has a much better one this year.
You got the chance to meet Avery and all the miracle children whose stories we've been sharing today. Back in August, huge day for the Children's Hospital of Georgia as you helped us raise more than $1 million. We've already started talking about how to make next year's celebration broadcast even better. No dates decided just yet. We'll let you know when that happens.
But when you're donating money to the Children's Hospital, you're donating money for things like video games, toys, even a mini CT scanner for teddy bears.
Yeah, that's right. All tools they use at the Children's Hospital to make a young patient's experience even better. We'll look closer at that after a quick break.
Being a little patient in a big hospital can be a really scary experience.
And that's why the Children's Hospital of Georgia uses different tools to help calm a child's fear. As kid reporter Henry Stevens shows us, a new piece of technology shows children what a CT scan will be like.
Hi everyone, I'm Henry Stevens IV, and I'm going to take you guys on a tour of the new and improved Pediatric Radiology Department. Follow me. So can you tell us a little bit about where we are right now and what this is behind us?
This is our interactive wall that we have put in place. There's about 10 to 15 different slots
that kids can
do, and then it's actually you can touch the wall, or it's actually also by shadow.
Wow.
So just walking in front of it will
change something.
Change it. It changes about every 15 to 30 seconds to a different scene, and so each scene's a little bit different. Back here we have a couple of sub-waiting rooms that are different colors as well.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll see that the children can pick the colors of the waiting area.
Wow.
So it's a different color every day. You never know which color you're going to get.
Wow.
All right. There's one room back here.
With all these private waiting rooms, beautiful colors, this doesn't feel much like a hospital at all.
We'll bring a patient back, sit them right here, and for them to wait for their CT scan. It's very educational, and what it's used for is we can use one of these different animals.
Okay.
So you can pick either one.
Let's choose an elephant.
Lay him on the scanner, and then just push that in.
This machine takes pictures of what is inside Ollie's body. Ollie stays very still while the scan is made.
This educates kids about what's going to happen to them in a similar way to maybe their stuffed animal or something.
Yeah, exactly. We use it to kind of calm their fears before they go in there to have their procedure done.
So the children kind of see what the doctors see. I like that. Why did you guys do the renovations in the x-ray room?
We did the renovations because we felt we needed to make the rooms more kid-friendly, more patient, family-centered, care-friendly. We needed something in there that would be a little more soothing for the kids, and so we found that the lights in the room kind of help, and the music along with the lights was a very soothing thing for children.
So you can pick a scene, whichever one you like. We can try the clouds. You see it turns blue. I really do like this one. I know if I was a patient, I would really enjoy this. Was that a new facility added after the telethon from last year?
Yes, it was.
So those funds went from the telethon last year, went to the x-ray room, which helps kids get better.
Thanks a lot, Henry. The so-called kitten scanner is part of the renovated pediatric imaging suite. It's on the second floor of the Children's Hospital and was designed using ideas from patients and their family.
And before we leave you today, we want to thank you for spending the last half hour with us. We know it's Christmas Day, a very busy time for families, but that's why it's more important than ever to share with you the mission of the Children's Hospital of Georgia.
And if you're one of those families at the hospital right now today, just know we're thinking about you too, especially on days like today. From all of us here at News 12, Merry Christmas.